and the bird.
Where the birds at?
Birding's never about the birds. Not for us, anyway. It's about adding a layer of awareness to life that makes every walk, bike, hike, or run more interesting and potentially exciting. Up until a couple years ago, I couldn't tell the difference between a Japanese bush warbler and a Dorian redstart. And now I find myself telling people it's unlikely they saw a whistling thrush this far south, or disrupting non-birding conversations with unwanted information about your age and widgeons. I was never really into birds until one day I saw a cool one and thought, what's that? Then, the thrill of being able to identify it easily online led to thousands of other positive IDs and a background hobby that's easily applied to every moment. I'm never birding, but I'm always birding. So, when Rachel and I started to plan a 2-week motorcycle and hiking trip around Taiwan, I secretly thought, wow, perfect chance to see how many birds I can spot. I kept that a secret though. Meet Rachel. She's what I would call a reluctant birder. Yeah, she can spot birds with the best of them, and I've seen her wait patiently at a tree for over an hour to get a sighting of a black necklace scimitar babbler. But she doesn't love planning to go birding or making that the focus of a day. So I knew that if I wanted to challenge ourselves with this bird thing, I would have to pitch it casually and make some ground rules that all birds would be incidentally found. Meaning, we weren't going to go birding at wetlands or anything like that. We would just stay on our normal plan and simply notice and make a list of all the different birds we came across. Taiwan has over 400 species of birds, with over 40 endemic to the island. So I figured if we could even see a quarter of them, call it 100 or so, that would be a pretty cool thing to work toward. Our trip plan entailed starting in the southern city of Kaohsiung, where we would rent some scooters and head down to the southern tip of the island to Kenting National Park. There, we would head north via the East Rift Valley to Hualien and through the Yilan Plain before looping up and over the Central Mountains to do some hiking at high elevation and funneling back down to Kaohsiung to drop off the scooters. During the planning of the trip, what I heard was coastal zones, urban areas, lowland forest, highland elevation mountain peaks, some major bird zones. Rachel and I lived in Taiwan for nearly a decade and hadn't been back in a couple years. As much as this trip wasn't about birding, it wasn't really about hiking or motorcycling either. It was about coming back to a place that we love and visiting some of our favorite places and people. Reconnecting with the birds would be a great little side quest. So, with that, I told Rachel to pack some binoculars, and I opened up a fresh notes page and titled it Taiwan Birds. Off we went to see if we could, incidentally, without really trying, find 100 different birds in Taiwan.
I don't know, it's a bird.
I won't check it off the list. You know the plumage?
Look like me.
Just the same old cormorants and coots.
There's like a billion bees right there. This is like a pretty hot bird spot here.
Huge sighting. Unreal.
We've lingered too long.
The line between incidental birding and intentional birding has been crossed, I think.
What do you got there, Rachel?
A little babbler.
Say louder.
A babbler.
Well, don't scare the babblers.
Day 1. Back in Taiwan and happy to be there, we rented some city bikes and headed out around Kaohsiung to revisit some of our favorite spots. It just so happened that we also passed some very birdy areas. A great chance to tick off some early birds before picking up our scooters and officially starting the trip.
Okay, we're back in Taiwan. We're not gonna go out of our way to find birds. There'll be no going to bird parks. Just by paying attention to the birds around us, we're gonna see how many different types of species we can find without really trying. And I'm already at here, turn in here. Yeah, this is like a pretty hot bird spot here. This doesn't count because we're going past it. We were already going past it, so it doesn't count as intentional birding. Oh, I'm already getting some. I've already got a ton of birds without even trying. I already got little egret, light vented bulbul, medium egret, tree pie, spotted dove, Asian glassy starling, a myna, a pigeon, a sparrow, Pacific swallow, and a white eye. So that's pretty good. So without even trying, most of those are from the hotel room. Oh, here comes somebody.
Heron.
Heron, gray-capped night heron, new bird. Yeah, it doesn't count as intentional birding. That was just, we were here and the heron flew up. We didn't try to get that at all. This doesn't even count. We haven't even started and already at 12. Pretty good.
There's some big guys on the grass too.
Bird number 13 just got a magpie robin right here, which is a good bird, and they're pretty much only in this park. Another bird, Dorian redstart. That's a good sighting without a camera beanos. Rachie found that.
Just one guy.
Nice one, Rachie. Right?
You knew the birds were going to be here.
I did know the birds were going to be here. We were going past this park anyways. It's not like we went to a bird park. So that's like 15 birds in like an hour. It's pretty good. We've lingered too long. Okay, this also doesn't count as a bird spot. We were here either way, and I did just pick up a blue heron. It's great. It's another bird, and there's Rachie. Hi, Rachie.
Let's go.
See, this is a tourist spot, and we had to go, and we just picked up like 3 new birds. Mallard, waterhen, great egret. There's swans over there, but they don't count. They feel like domestic or something. Counts? Yeah, I just checked Merlin. I'm not gonna count that swan. It's not there, so doesn't count, but the Eurasian moorhen is a good one. A bad one, but a good one. And these guys don't count. I think these guys were placed here, so I won't count these. And they're scary. Okay, this is gray area. This is like, we were biking past this like legitimate bird spot here where there's always these, I think they're called long-tailed jacanas.
Oh no!
Oh no, Bulbul. Bulbul's down. Bulbul fight. We already had bulbuls on the list, so no big deal. Long-tailed jacana, woodpecker right there. Gray woodpecker.
Really?
Yeah. This is a serious bird zone. This is what they look like. It was called the pheasant-tailed jacana. Yeah, that doesn't count as a bird spot, really. We were going past.
It's a bird spot.
But we were already going past.
Lunchtime.
New bike lane. Kaohsiung. Major improvements. You like that?
Good job, Kaohsiung.
Good job, Kaohsiung. New station. Kaohsiung's improved. We picked up our scooties and we bought new helmets. Safety first. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay, back up Monkey Mountain where there's lots of monkeys. These are the new helmets. Rachie, what do you think of your new helmet?
Fits like a glove.
Fits like a glove, that's right. And although we're just renting scooters, nice to have safe helmets. Yeah, there's a little monkey in a tree here. Hard to see.
With scooters picked up and new helmets bought, we closed out day 1 looking pretty good. 22 birds, mostly the bread and butter urban species you'd expect in southern Taiwan, plus a couple special ones. Highlight, definitely the pheasant-tailed jacana, super special and the only one we'd see all trip. Great first day. With 12 birds left and already over 20% of our target made, things look pretty promising for the rest of the trip. Day 2 of the trip, but the first real day of travel and chance to start ticking off some legit birds. We headed off on our new scooters toward the southern tip of the island. Rather than heading directly south, we first headed east to get into the central mountain range. Aside from the fairly long drive, we also planned a short hike in the national park and ended up going for a run up Kenting Mountain. I may have suggested we also make a quick stop at the Lungluan wetlands, which is known to have some pretty unique birds that we were unlikely to see for the rest of the trip.
Okay, day 2. Just stopping at the Central Mountain Range right now in some of the cool little villages that are out here. Managed to pick up a cheeky black drongo on the drive out and just got a crested serpent eagle. So 2 more and a beautiful day. How are you? Fire guy. Go ahead. Just getting down to Kenting now. And quick stop, we were passing by this pond. It's a little bit cheeky. It's a real bird spot here, but we're going past it anyway. So just a quick check to see what kind of birds we can dig up. Didn't get any new ones in the last couple hours. You didn't bring your beanos?
No.
That was kind of lucrative. Actually got a great cormorant and a few new ducks, but I got to see what they are. But yeah, good. Another bird. There's also tons of birds like on the sticks out there on some fences, but we can't really see what they are. Rachie's going in for a second look. I don't know if I trust that she's got the skills to focus on. She's got it? Okay, she's got it.
Just have to check the footage later.
Yeah, we'll check that raw footage later to confirm the birds. It's like every new bird's gonna be a little exciting from here on out. That's why picking up a cheeky great cormorant at a spot like this is like money. It's gonna be really helping pad those numbers at the end of the trip. I think for the rest of the birds, gonna need a camera and the binoculars out to make sure we confirm the sightings, because they'll be a little more subtle than the birds we've got so far. Rach, you got anything?
I like a duck.
A duck. That's not descriptive enough.
I know.
Gonna need more info on that duck.
Duck.
White duck. That's not sounding like a duck anymore.
White-sided duck.
White-sided. Okay, just got on Merlin and confirmed the white-sided duck is actually a tufted duck, which is super exciting because it's a new lifer for me. First time I've ever seen that bird before, so that's good. Rachie nailed it. White-sided duck. That was enough to get an ID on him. And he did look like a straight-up white-sided duck.
Let's see if I can see it though.
It's extremely windy. Rachie also just bagged another one, the Eurasian coot, which is a good bird. It's very super common in Japan, but I don't think we've ever seen one in Taiwan before.
3 birds, 1 stop.
Yeah, 3 birds in 1 stop. See, good stop. And it was on the way.
Active birding.
This is a little more active birding, but at some point, like we might have went here anyway. Probably not. We probably wouldn't have went here. Yeah. It's at the top of the national park here. Not going birding, but also birding.
We also have
Our birding stuff. But right away, just ticked off a new bird, black bulbul. It's not the most exciting because we were going to get it no matter what, but good to tick that off. Yeah, a little bit of a cave system here. We should be able to get a few cool birds in here. And actually down south in Taiwan here, it's the only place that they have their endemic bulbuls. So I'm hoping that would be very exciting to get the bulbul.
It's hard though because it's windy.
Yeah, super windy day. Birds won't really be loving this wind. Good cliff area, but no birds in here. Just got a nice picture of a drongo. I'll put it up on the screen. Just got a little picture of a black bulbul. That's okay. The pictures aren't very good this trip. It's more for an ID purpose, this camera. Oh, there's birds there.
Oh, yeah, that
Swallow.
looks like a swallow.
Swallow. What do you see?
Nothing. Coming up empty.
These guys. Right there.
Another huge day with some great birds ticked off. Highlights for sure would be the tufted duck, which was a new bird for us, and the endemic bulbul, which is only found in the south. Also took these pictures of some minas and a corkscrew pine, and got a nice photo of those endemic bulbuls. End of day 2 with 32 birds down. Things continue to look like our goal of 100 birds should be within reach if we continue at this pace. Day 3 was a rest day of sorts. We planned to spend the day exploring one of our favorite parts of Taiwan, the southern tip around Kenting National Park. We started the day with a short 4-kilometer hike up some small mountain called Dashanmu, where we were able to chance across a couple new birds, but the 60-kilometer-hour wind scraping across the southern peninsula meant birds would be minimal for the day. We also ran into a bit of scooter trouble when that morning Rachel realized she couldn't accelerate uphill. Turned out to be a small issue with a transmission pulley or something, but quickly fixed at a scooter shop.
Is it? All right.
Waiting. People went this way. I don't know if that's actually the way. This is like that slippery mud. Jeez.
Okay, day 3. Just on a little hike now up a small mountain outside of Kenting. Daguanshan, maybe? Is that what it's called? Daguanshan? Dadanshan? Not really sure. Just quick. But yeah, big success last couple days. 20 birds on the first day, 10 birds on the second, no birds today. So pretty good. I asked ChatGPT if that's good pace. And they said, yeah, they really pumped us up. They also made note that we should be celebrating the finding of 3 distinct species of bulbuls already. It's great. Having a little scooter problem though. Rachel's scooter's not working. So we got to take that to the shop, which is a bit of a jam, but hopefully should be able to fix it. Very exciting moment. White-eared sibia just above. It's a new bird and a very exciting one. So maybe a type of thrush here. Okay, pretty lucrative moment there. Just ticked off 2 new birds. Got the white-eared sibia, which is great because they're flitty and hard to find. And then also a white-rumped shama came into the scene. So 2 birds on the day. And good ones. Nice birds.
Nice birds.
Rachel was really excited about it. I can tell she's loving it. She hated that I was paying attention to the birds at the start, but now even the slightest little tweet, she's got the binoculars up.
I don't like when we don't see birds.
Right. That just makes seeing them more exciting, right? Not seeing them
Impatient.
builds the anticipation.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Dashanmu Summit. Dashanmu, that's the name. Yeah, down, you got it, just go. Make the jump.
This is the way.
You got it.
It's too slick, you're gonna fall.
No, you just gotta commit. You did it.
That was so good.
Say. Okay. Okay, fixed up. Not the best sign. Just a quick stop at Long Luan Lake Visitor Center. The other side of it though, so just good for a quick check. 2 types of cormorant here?
Yeah, cormorant is also marine species. Today,
Too windy.
the winds are windy.
Yeah. Okay, nothing new actually here. Just the same old cormorants and coots. Okay, that was good. Just got a black-naped monarch, little tiny blue bird, which is super good because they're little and flitty. I got kind of a crappy picture of them, but I'll throw that up on screen. Rachie was pumped about that. A little windy out here.
Oh, wait.
Definitely no birds. Well, there could be actually. It's a little too windy out here. It's extremely windy. One of these things. Hey, fine. A little windy though.
Ah, bigger and big. Cool. So weird though, like so gross, eh?
Yeah.
That would be that would scare me if I picked it up and it was inside.
They are in. No, I didn't notice.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
something.
That's
Let me
funny.
show you. Today I'm very careful.
Check.
After that, I always check. Double check.
Just got really lucky, just stopped here for a little look at the ocean and got a rock thrush, which is great. Not rare in Japan, but kind of hard to find in Taiwan, so good one. I'll put that up on screen. Good, rock thrush, exciting.
The end of day 3. While super enjoyable, it wasn't as fruitful for birds. 5 new ones. Highlight was likely the white-rumped shama. While not a real highlight at the time, it turned out to be the only one we saw of the entire trip, so super lucky to take it off early. 37 birds down, and most of the trip ahead. Was hoping the next day was a bit luckier. Day 4 was one of our longer driving days of the trip as we headed through the tropical southern jungle roads and toward the east coast before hooking around Alishan and ascending into the East Rift Valley. We also would squeeze in a bit of a run in the rice fields at Kaohsiung where we settled down for the night.
Okay, day 4, headed over to the east coast today and just stopped for a little view here and got a Taiwan barbet.
Yay.
A great endemic bird, which is everywhere, but maybe in the winter they're not as common. I got an oriental skylark at the start of the day and a red-colored dove, so 3 birds on the day. Huge moment, just was driving by and got Taiwan blue magpies, which are endemic and super special, and I've actually never gotten a good picture. Still haven't, but I got a junk picture. Good, Taiwan blue magpie, so exciting. Yay.
Oh my god. Jeez, how many times in my life is that gonna happen?
There's like a billion bees right there. You get stung?
No.
A lot of bees.
absolute lucky moment here. What do we get, Rachie?
A crested ghost hawk.
A crested ghost hawk.
Locked onto that.
Oh, really exciting actually. And I got a photo of it, so I'll throw that up on screen and a little video actually. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, what was that?
Partridge.
There was something else there, but yeah, we just got 2 new birds just up here. We got a white wagtail that Rachie saw.
Yep.
And a Taiwan bamboo partridge. So another endemic bird. Pretty good day today so far, just luckily. Just got a gray and white wagtail, both wagtails ticked off, and a piece of corn from 7-Eleven. A great G can. Of course, once I get the camera out, he's gone. Made it to our hotel for the day. A productive day of birding and a beautiful day of driving, but driving is tiring.
Day 4 turned out to be one of the best days of the trip for birds. Really pumped to get our first Taiwan barbet and some other birds unique to the tropical south before we crossed the Tropic of Cancer and headed north. Had a great encounter with a Taiwan bamboo partridge who didn't mind being around humans, and got a couple super special guys like the Taiwan blue magpie and black eagle. Highlights of the day ended up coming late at night when we were able to ID 2 different owls, a bunch of new birds, and a total of 50 so far. With exactly half of our goal met and way more than half of the trip ahead, we were starting to feel pretty hopeful. We didn't know it yet, but things were about to really slow down. Day 5 was probably my favorite day of the whole trip. While I had promised Rachel we wouldn't go out of our way to bird, I was able to successfully pass the idea of visiting the lake in Kaohsiung to get some views of the morning mist clearing, which happens to also be the perfect time and place to see some birds. So, still not intentionally birding. The plan was to then continue pressing north through the East Rift Valley, one of our shortest driving days of the trip, where we would get to Hualien and grab some rental bikes from our hotel and cruise around some of our favorite roads.
You are tiny. Oh my gosh, that's my backpack. So cool.
Kingfisher. Rachie's got a kingfisher in her
I wish I could
sights.
get them flying though. Shoot, eh?
Getting tons of birds. Kingfishers, new types of ducks, some little warblers, pretinas.
I got a beautiful picture of a moorhen.
Rachel got a beautiful picture of a moorhen. I don't think they're moorhens.
He's wagging his tail, but he's totally gray.
My camera just died, so that concludes this birding session, but super fruitful, actually. Tons of new birds, don't even know. Got to review the footy and compare to Merlin. Rachel, what was your bird highlight for this little session?
Kingfisher.
Really, we're spoiled for time with kingfishers there, weren't we?
He's still here.
Still hear him right now. As I'm talking, I'm hearing him.
And this is like still like a stallion, but it's I think Wu. Yeah.
Just driving past and picked up a chestnut bittern. Never even seen that bird before.
Oh, these are like really hard, especially when you don't have your camera.
Oh.
Shoot.
That was pretty good. Incidental spot there. Got a bittern, plovers, and a new type of wagtail, the eastern yellow wagtail. So really good.
Brown body, white throat.
I literally just stopped to see if I forgot my headphones at the last hotel, and Rachel's like, "Oh, you stopped for the bird?" And I was like, "What bird?" Huge crested serpent eagle on the pole, but of course my camera's dead. Maybe he'll fly away. Hey buddy, there he goes. Nice sighting, Rachie.
Thanks.
Rachie's pro birder. She's on Google, she's solving problems. We've reached the amount of birds where getting IDs, they're so subtle now. Our knowledge of birds is not enough to get... An eagle just landed in this tree. Wow. Talking to each other. Crazy. Little detour over the river because the road's out from earthquakes. But it's a nice detour. Quick coffee break.
always sharing one.
I like all these. I want to eat all of these.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh my god, babe, you got way too high there. What were you thinking? We made it to Hualien City, one of our favorite cities in Taiwan. Massive day of birding today though. And Rachie just almost crashed in a quarter pipe. Gee, what happened there? How was the quarter pipe shred session?
Got a little too confident, overexcited, and just, I guess, climbed to the top of the ramp. I don't know what happened.
Almost got air. So sick.
Scraped my pedals.
Yeah, very sick. Dave Mears style. I think he died. So maybe Matt Hoffman style. Having a bit of issues finding the cattle egret, which is like literally one of the most common birds in Taiwan. Merlin says it's super likely everywhere, and yet all the egrets are not cattle egrets. Been checking every field.
He's walking away. We knew this area would see one.
It's probably the same one.
Yeah.
Not a cattle egret, but we got a Malayan night heron, which is actually one of our favorite birds because I think it's the bird that got us into birding initially. Yeah. And we used to live right here for like a month at the house over there. And there was a Malaysian night heron in the front yard that we always laughed at and didn't know what it was at the time. Yeah. And now look at us. Rachie, nice find. We were actually looking for a dog that used to live at the house we lived at named Xiao Xiao, that he used to come over here every afternoon. But he's not here.
Just two new dogs.
Two new dogs. Scary guys looking at us.
Sweet guys.
Okay, Malaysian night heron. Huge bird to get. Okay, approaching a group of egrets. And nope, not a single cattle egret in there. But my hopes are up. I think we're going to get one. No. No. Look at this. Rachie's bagging birds all the time. She just picked up a little plumbeous redstart, which we know well, but this is their habitat. Tiny little bluebird with a red chest. No big camera though, so I'll just throw up a picture from Merlin. Right here.
The end of day 5 and a massively lucky day of birding. Super pumped to get the Malaysian night heron, which is one of our favorite birds. The real highlight though was the cinnamon bittern. This was a lifer for me and just generally cool bird that isn't super common unless you know where to look or intentionally search out. 5 days in, 61 birds down, moving along well. The next day, we woke up to what would be the start of the cold and wet era of our trip. The plan was to head up the east coast through Suao, and one of the most beautiful places in the whole country, with no shortage of massive mountain walls that meet up with blue ocean, and lots of tunnels. This happened to also be Christmas Day, so we planned to tick off another less rare bird, the chicken.
This doesn't count. Just going through the Nanao Suao section of road here. Lots of earthquakes in the last couple days, so not going to linger too long. That's crazy. And got a crow back there. Not exciting for where we live in Japan, but pretty exciting in Taiwan. Crow! Almost through the rainy bit. Maybe. Let's hope. Sun's over there. Just got to our hotel in Liudong, and luckily, right from our window here, there's a little marshland, little rice paddy, and I got a wood sandpiper. And then there's lots of egrets, but there's no cattle egrets. Just medium, little. That's it. So we'll keep trying. Keep looking at egrets. Just came back from a little 11K run and picked up 2 new birds, pretty good ones. Got a brown shrike and an oriental turtle dove. Pretty common birds, but good to tick them off. Rachie, you got any birds? Rachel went for a separate walk and went to a pond and got 0 birds.
No birds.
I don't believe her.
Actually, you know what I did see? A really tall heron. One of those tall herons.
Herons are tall.
No, there's like the nightcap, the gray-capped heron or whatever, and then I saw a tall one.
Like a gray heron, like the ones we have in Canada?
Yes.
Yeah, we already have that. It was one of our first birds. We got it at the Lotus Pond. So, still 0 birds. Yeah, see.
This one, Jigga?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi. How?
Exciting.
And a bag, I like that. Yes, please. Share.
Yeah. What's the difference? Maybe Jiga? Iga? You want one?
吃的时候把它拆开。
不要。
不要 this.
谢谢，拜拜。That's cool.
Okay.
Oh my god, very cool. Pink.
Cheetah doesn't go with my yellow though, does it? Or does it? Cheetah's very cool.
I feel like I'll do this cheetah, you do that cheetah.
But I have
Right.
a yellow scooter.
It's okay, because Army's not actually cool.
Wait.
Okay.
I'm not down with the pink.
Yes, I think that's good, right? We are just a moment from arriving at what is sure to be an exciting bird sighting. The most delicious bird, full chicken.
Put right on your plate.
Yeah, that way. And this doesn't count as a bird, right?
I don't know, it's a bird.
I won't check it off the list. Rachel's in charge of shredding.
Not best though, is it?
Okay.
After a cold, wet, but great day, we ended up with 3 more new birds. Nothing too exciting other than that roast chicken bird, but I was pumped to get that brown trike. Was also starting to get increasingly concerned about not seeing a cattle egret. At the end of day 6, we sat at 65 birds total. We were starting to realize now that with the bread and butter birds ticked off, new species would come much less frequent until we got up into the high mountains. Lucky for us, the plan for day 7 was to do just that. Head up into the high mountains to the village of Jianshi. On paper, this was one of our longer and more risky drives of the trip, as it involved some super high elevation mountain passes and roads that we'd never been on before. On top of this, and unlucky for us, was that this was also the start of a freezing cold, wet storm that moved in and was sitting exactly where we planned to go. So, with 8 jackets on each and our newly acquired scooter glove things, we headed off and up into the high mountains into the giant trees of Jianshi.
Okay, we've been in a bit of survival mode for the last couple hours. Super cold, rainy mountain pass. I have 8 layers on. How many you got,
That's not
Rachie?
enough. I think about the same. And there's a mega coat. This mega coat's been a lifesaver though.
Yeah, so do our new glove things. Very, very cold. But I got a bird too.
You did?
Yeah, Taiwan whistling thrush. One of those blue thrushes that are in the mountains here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did it go?
Yeah. Horribly freezing cold. Okay, and we got a bit of a road closure here. Anyhow, this guy told us it's going to be open in like 5 minutes, so it's cold, but
Thank goodness it's not raining any harder.
okay, they're about to open it up. I see the guy. He's walking very slowly. Who's that?
Brown shit or something.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I had like a trail that went like up like this.
Hmm.
Oh my god, he's like, yeah.
Huge sighting. Twin host pheasant. We've only seen like 1 or 2 of those before ever. Taiwan endemic. So I think it's the national bird of Taiwan. It's on the money. Huge find.
Huge.
That's the find of the trip so far.
Yeah.
Just driving by.
And so clear.
So clear. He wasn't even that shy. Unreal.
Yay.
Nice. Finally made it to our hotel, checked in, bagged off a couple birds today, might get another one here. Couldn't do the hike, ran out of gas.
But that's okay. This is just as nice.
The giant tree trail would have been really nice.
Oh, this is beautiful.
I would prefer giant tree trail. Just got another Taiwan endemic. the scimitar babbler. We've gotten lots of them. We'll put that up on the screen though. Pretty average bird, but wasn't on the list so far. He's like bird number 66 or something. Just quick pickup of another one, Morrison's Fulvetta. Pretty good one, another pretty basic bird, but new on this trip. Sounds like a dog attack coming now.
So it goes like this, and you can see it. And then it goes across.
Yeah. Yeah, Choco.
Right?
Should I get some of that? Sure.
Obviously, I'm gonna get a bueno.
With one of the hardest and coldest days of driving we had ever done in the bag, we settled into Jianshi for the night. We picked up 5 new birds and a super exciting one with the Swinho pheasant running across the road in front of us. 7 days in, 70 birds down. We were staying consistent at this point, but just scraping by with enough to stay on pace. Day 8 was another insanely hard day. Super bad road conditions, extreme cold, pouring rain, and heavy fog. It was also a really important day for the trip as we were going to see the 2,000-year-old giant Formosan cypress trees. After visiting the trees and ticking off a couple of cool birds, we planned to take the Yulau Pass and descend down closer to sea level where we would stay in Nanzhuang for the night.
Okay, day 6 or 7. A good thing happened last night. We were able to secure some gasoline from the local people of the small village we were in. We have salvaged a great tree hike, so we're off to the giant trees. And the sun is coming out for the first time in a couple days. Just can't find the trail.
We can. We're just always questioning it, aren't we?
Well, we know what going down a wrong road is like.
Never feels right.
Oh.
Just started the giant tree hike here and already extremely exciting for birds. Just picked up a little blue and yellow guy, which I forget the name of, a bunch of sibia, some barbets, and a Steers leococla. So 2 new birds so far already. And only second in, but a really terrible drive in. We had to leave the scooters up the road. Dreading going back. Rachel's feeling very afraid of the return trip, but we'll be okay.
What's up?
Oh, Don. Say. Big leaf.
Pretty big.
It's bigger than your face for sure.
Our first big tree.
They don't let you go, right?
No, they want to protect that.
We've made it to the loop where the giant trees are. And these are super old. Tree number 3. I think the second one was best so far.
First one was crazy.
I mean, not to discredit this one. Tree number 4, I'm assuming. Maybe the best one yet.
Wow.
Right? Highlight tree.
You can't even unless you're here.
Tree number 5. Number 5. Another big tree.
And
Wow.
a combo. Jeez.
Maybe the best one yet. Number 6. Another good one. Another big one.
They're huge.
Tree number 7. Best tree yet, right?
Ooh, it's huge.
Tree number 10. Best one yet. Biggest tree yet. Rachie, say trees. Trees.
Jeez.
Trees. I thought you might slip. I thought she might slip there, so I'd get it on camera. No slippage.
Good content.
And that's the hike complete. It was really good. Can we get out of this road? It was the worst road we've ever driven on scooters. So muddy, so wet, so small, so bumpy.
The first dry roads we've seen in days, and sun. And there's Rachie.
With hours of blind and freezing driving through rainy mountain roads behind us, we were happy to close out day 8 with a couple new birds. Absolute highlight bird of the day, and maybe of the trip for me, was the vivid Niltava, and also getting a cool video of the white-eared sibia eating berries. 8 days down, 73 birds ticked off. 5 days ahead, 27 birds to go. Seemed like it was going to come down to the wire. We still also kept our eyes to the fields to see the increasingly elusive cattle egret. The plan for day 9 was to start our day with a drive south down Highway 3 and turn once again into the mountains to the town of Guguan. With weather looking better, we also made plans to tick off a 10-kilometer hike up by Alishan.
Untwist. Eh?
You just twisted it up.
Look, I twisted all.
You
got
jammed
all
it up.
Twisted.
Just got a pack of monarchs and cibias and full betas here. Oh,
Oh my god, one else hit us.
yeah. Right in the face.
Just on a little hike up. Not the most fruitful last couple days of birds. Been lots of very cold motorcycling over big mountain passes. Not super hopeful we'll get a lot, but like we're up in the big mountains for the next couple days, so should be ticking off the bread and butter mountain birds there pretty soon. I almost smashed into Rachie on the scooter yesterday because she stopped in the middle of the road because she saw 2 very exciting birds.
Not too very exciting. One. The
I thought it was-
Swinhouse pheasant.
I thought it was 2 Swinhouse pheasants though.
It was females, one male.
Wow, you know the difference in the
Yeah, of course.
plumage?
Of course.
You know the plumage?
Then saw a little like wombat guy.
A little wombat, yeah, not a bird and not on the list, but
He was so cute.
take it, yeah. That's our 4th Swinhouse pheasant now of the trip.
Yeah, they're so special.
Very special, guys. So special they glow. They were glowing in my headlights when I swerved off to avoid smashing into Rachel's scooter when she stopped in the pouring rain on the dark, dark road.
Well, I would have smashed the birds.
Well, smash the birds, a total motorcycle crash up. I also had a motorcycle crash myself.
Yeah, not a crash.
Not a crash, I just set it down, but it was okay. I flew off. I don't remember if I actually fell.
No.
My motorcycle did, but I think I ran away. Meow. Meow. Yeah.
Pretty.
Looks like it's raining ahead though,
Shoot.
unfortunately. No problem, right?
This is not my favorite.
Pretty good. Okay, getting to the top.
Almost.
Almost there.
Pretty good.
Bao mi shan, bao mao, bai mao, mao bai shan. Okay, that's the summit. Going back down. And the rain's coming. It's getting cold,
Yeah, we need to get out of here.
but 0 birds. Hey, bao mai shan. Bao mi, mao bai shan. Okay, 1,500 meters. 2 hours to get up here. 5K back down. Here we go.
Get out of my way. Safety first. Look at this.
That's the hike. We did it. About 10 kilometers, 1,000 meters, just under 1,000 meters, 3.5 hours. We basically ran down, and actually 0 new birds today. This is the first day of the trip that we haven't been getting like constant birds. Rachie, thoughts on the hike?
Great hike.
Great hike. Rachel's review, great hike. Are you tired?
No, my feet are tired, but I'm not tired because I'm very strong.
Neither am I. I'm not tired either. Rachel was saying she was very tired. And I said, I'm not tired.
Yeah, right.
I was saying, I'm not very tired. We saw some weird birds as we crossed the suspension bridge. So before we drive away, we're going to glass them. I got the camera. Rachel's got the binos. Checked into our Resort Springs Hotel in Guguan. Just ended up glassing a little whistling thrush, some white eyes, and also confirmed a green-winged teal from earlier, which is very exciting. Are you excited about that?
Super exciting.
Pretty exciting. Guguan. This is like the 10th suspension bridge, and the sun is out. What's the guy? Me? Look like me.
Is you?
It's Obear. It's Obear with the Taiwan blue magpie. Nice one.
Must be nice to not carry the coffee cups.
I got all the bags.
Of your stuff.
Yeah, this suspension bridge says 10 people max. I count about 40.
Oh my god, you're in the oven there.
Yeah, time to get off. No one's watching it. There's no rule.
Another great day with a super nice hike. Unfortunately, another minimally fruitful day of birding with only one new bird, the green-winged teal. This bird isn't too exciting normally for where we live in Japan, but it was the first time we'd seen one in Taiwan, so I chalked it up to a mega win. 9 days down and 74 birds spotted. The timeline was getting tighter as I started to feel less hopeful of making the goal of 100 birds. Day 10 and another big hike on the menu. The plan was to first head up Dongmaoshan, a 15-kilometer trek with over 1,000 meters of climbing. After that, we were driving down south to the central mountain town of Puli. The drive would prove to be super beautiful with another semi-high altitude pass and finally some perfect weather. Still no cattle egrets though.
What's the name of the hike?
Maoshan. Dong Maoshan. Pick the spot.
We are about halfway up our hike today up Dong Maoshan. Bigger day. It's gonna be beautiful at the top though, I guess. 0 birds, but yeah, we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel now. Rachel got in trouble at breakfast twice this morning. Once, she didn't dispose of her garbage properly. And once, she didn't load the bread into the toaster oven correctly. I got in trouble 0 times.
What, you got in trouble taking your coffee out?
Oh yeah, I did get in trouble. But I only got caught because of you. I snuck a coffee cup out. And then they didn't see me, but they saw Rachel. So actually, you got in trouble 3 times. I got in trouble once. You got in trouble 3 times.
Stupid Merlin.
Stupid Merlin. Yeah. Small white. Sounds like a chickadee.
White eyes.
White eyes. A white mask. Like a raccoon. We got some new birds here. Up high. We're at like 1,500 meters of elevation. So, something new. Merlin's not picking it up. Annoying. We weren't able to get a positive ID on that thing. Group of tiny little small birds with masks. Couldn't find them. Missed opportunity. Mistake?
No.
Not mistake.
I followed the map. This is shortcut. But
Shortcut in mountain
yeah,
means
yeah.
very hard.
Difficult.
Right?
okay. See you in
Okay.
the-
Are you okay, sir? Do you need anything? Do you need water or food? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Fine. I
Okay.
got everything.
Taichung, grandma. From Taichung?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. All right, sir. Be careful. We'll see you at the top.
I just want to see it. I can see them flopping around.
Okay. Finally got it. The Taiwan Yuhina. Most likely bird in this area too. So.
Scary.
We made it.
Halfway, anyways.
Great little hike. Well, it was actually a massive hike.
Yeah.
Really big.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
At least it's slanted, right?
Hey, that's the hike. Just got to get to the scooters now. It's been 5 hours, 15K, 1,300 meters or something, maybe less. But it was never ending. But pretty good, really good. 2 new birds. Now off to Puli. Yeah, our poles help so much.
Yeah, and body hurts.
Ended day 10 with just 2 new birds. A sparrow type thing and a super exciting Taiwan endemic, the Taiwan Yahina. While exciting, he was pretty expected as we were in high mountain phase of our trip where they are pretty common. 10 days down, 76 birds ticked off the list. While we had essentially crawled to a standstill in birds, I still had a lot of hope as the next day we were heading into good weather and some seriously birdy high mountain zones. Day 11 of the trip started with what promised to be one of the most beautiful drives as we headed past Sun Moon Lake and up into the narrow winding roads toward Alishan National Park. Once we arrived, we routed an 11-kilometer hike with around 700 meters of climbing. While not the longest hike, our legs were completely cooked from days of stacked big hikes on top of each other. The next few days, we would find some super exciting lifers and rapidly start adding birds to the list.
2 Taiwan blue magpies just flew right in front of the scooters, but they flew away before we get a picture. And we'd already seen them, but they're great birds.
They're somewhere.
Good. Buddy.
Oh my gosh, he wants to come in.
Sweet guy. You okay, buddy? Sweet guy.
No, look at him, babe. Look. Directly in here.
What do you got?
Look. You have to look. Right here in this. Yeah, I saw something. Do you see it? He's looking right at us.
Great little stop to check out a view, and Rachie glassed a crested goshawk, which is the Merlin bird of the day for me, but we already got him. But it's still a good sighting.
another hike up in the Alishan high altitude tea fields. Didn't bring a camera, didn't bring binos either, so
Hearing lots of birds though.
hoping for no birds, really. Hoping for birds, but it's always sad to see them when you don't bring a camera. Counted up my birds today. I think I'm almost at 80. 20 more birds. Getting there. 20's tricky. Might need to go to a wetlands. Just don't think there's any on the way. Okay, another peak. Yeah,
Yay, 1699.
pretty good. These are the tea fields. I don't really like tea though.
Not like in tea, you sure have a lot.
Yeah, gotta stay healthy, right? Bamboo.
Bamboo.
Bamboo. This is a hard hike.
Don't fall.
Oh my god. It's a good shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Just got a new bird. Greenback tit. That's huge. That's probably the one you saw yesterday.
Yeah.
First bird of the day. Greenback tit. And that's a lifer for me.
Yeah.
Never seen before. Wait. Yeah, lifer. First time. Thank God I didn't bring my camera. And another new peak. What's it called? Datong? Datongshan? And we were just counting how many different counties we've been in so far. And we think we've been in 8.
9.
9. Kaohsiung, Pingdang, Taidang, Hualien, Yilan, Nantou, Taichung, Jiai, Hsinchu. So a good tour. Didn't grace into Changlin, Yunlin, Taipei, Changhua. I never know what those counties are. What's your favorite county in Taiwan?
Pingdang, I guess.
Here,
I guess Pingdang.
Pingdang.
Yeah, so much there.
Pingdang's nice. I'd have to say Hualien, Taidang, or Kaohsiung. Just got another one we needed. The black-throated tit. And rufous-faced warblers.
Yeah.
Good thing I didn't bring my camera. Okay, great. Oh, fire-breasted flower peckers. New lifer.
Here?
Right here. Picked it up. That's a lifer. That's a hugely exciting one. Bigly exciting.
Looking up makes me sneeze.
Yeah, spread.
Look at what are these guys? Look at they're like yellow on the belly.
Yeah, probably the rufous-faced warblers.
Huge.
Wow.
Huge stop. Really good I didn't bring my camera out. Just got a rufous cap babbler too. 18 birds away from the goal. Mount Yushan, highest mountain in Taiwan. It's got snow on it today. The cloud's coming in. Another peak. Now this one's not Datong. Nice one. What do we get?
Taiwan Cupwing. I probably saw him in the grass.
Yeah. Cupwing, Taiwan cupwing. That's confirmed audio. Just picked up a black necklace, give it to our babbler. Pretty exciting.
Pretty exciting. And I saw it.
It makes you saw it. You gotta get home.
It's too beautiful.
It's too beautiful.
End of day 11 saw some of the most exciting birds we'd ever encountered. A couple birds we expected to see, but the highlights for sure being the flower pecker and cupwing, both of which were lifers for us, and pretty big wins for some incidental birding. 83 birds down, 17 to go with only 2 days left. Getting closer to the wire, but staying hopeful. Day 12 began with a drive up to the top of the Alishan range to go inside the national park, home to some of the biggest and oldest trees in Taiwan. Luckily, also a chance to bump into some high altitude birds. Once in the national park, we had routed a 15-kilometer hike up to Dashan Peak. With the cold weather behind us, we are looking forward to getting some good views of Yushan, the tallest mountain in Taiwan.
Take it.
Oh.
If you go outside, go inside.
Thank you so much. 谢谢.
Collared bush robin. Lifer, we saw it, heard it, confirmed ID'd. Rachel's got the binos on it, and a new bird for the list. Huge moment. Nice hike in Alishan National Forest today, going up Tashan Mountain. It's the last big hike of our trip. We got some perfect weather. We got a new collared bush robin, freezing cold drive up, and a really hard sleep last night on a rock hard bed, but it's a beautiful day.
he knows he's gonna get lunch.
They love to share lunch.
他这边很有那个，所以他那个接驳车不是有1号啊？
There's the hike. We're almost out of our hike up Alishan. Yeah, a couple new lifers. Nutcracker, something else. Bush robin was a lifer. And at the top, the bird that white-eared whistling or laughing thrush or something just had a little snack with everybody on the top.
They were so cute.
So I knew he liked summits and they're not afraid of people. So that was a good one for our list.
Funny. And we heard an owl last night that we didn't count.
We heard a Himalayan owl. We've already got 2 owls. But last night, we definitely heard a Himalayan owl. Both of us heard it, and then we heard it again. But we didn't hear it again, so I didn't write it down. We're going to try to spend some time in the woods tonight and try to get them, because the Himalayan owl would be extremely exciting. We've waited for this train for quite a while.
It doesn't go.
And it turns out it doesn't come.
Why do you go that way?
I will go that way. Monkeys on the tracks.
Okay, they see us though.
Monkeys! They're looking at us. The Formosan macaque. Endemic to Taiwan, but I don't like them. Trees and
Seeds too.
seeds too. It's a real treesia.
You should have that out.
I'll edit that in.
Oh my gosh, they smell so good.
What are they?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not a flower expert. Not like my bird knowledge.
Oh my god.
What are those? Oh, those rice things. Those delicious ayu jelly drinks.
We found a bush robin.
It's too close. My peanut not work.
Count it. That counts. Good night, buddy.
Oh, no works there. He wants to go in. Hi.
Pleasure.
Look at that.
We're ready to go. Freezing cold drive down the mountain.
40 layers.
40 layers. I have 8 layers on. Ready to go.
After a massively successful day of not really birding, we had 5 new birds in the bag. 2 new lifers and the bush robin and nutcracker as well. 88 birds seen, 1 day to go. 12 birds was going to be a tall order, but with the longest drive of the entire trip ahead, and crossing through several elevation zones, there was still hope yet. Maybe even a cattle egret would finally show up. The drive started by taking some small back roads down the center of the island. This was now super familiar ground for us, having lived for 7 years in Kaohsiung. It felt great to be getting back into the south with more familiar roads, temperatures, and more importantly, birds that we could easily identify. But with 12 birds needed to make the goal, we would have to get pretty lucky.
Just stopped at a Riverview Pavilion. Super beautiful. Rachie just spotted an emerald dove, but it's the last day of the trip. Goal of 100's looking like we need a bit of luck here, but we'll see. Riverview Pavilion, no view of the river. But it is a pavilion. Rachie found an emerald dove.
Yay.
Nice emerald dove, Rachie.
Green wings.
Bird 90, green wings. A bird we know well.
Yeah, that's why it was so easy to spot.
As we arrived in Meinong, where we had lived the year before, we stopped at Rachel's favorite tea shop and headed out to a field to glass some birds. As we sat and had our tea, I scanned the area for the cattle egret. After 2 weeks of not seeing this common bird, I ran a quick check online to see what I was missing. Turns out, the brown plumage I was looking for is actually only there in the summer. So, yeah, those white egrets we had seen all trip, those were actually cattle egrets. Much like the ones in front of us now. So it turns out what we were looking for was in front of us the whole time. Likely a metaphor in there somewhere. As we made the final drive on the most familiar roads of the whole trip, I came to grips with not making the goal of 100 birds. The emerald dove plus the cattle egret made for a clean 90. 10 away from 100, but it didn't matter. It never really was about the birds. It was about reconnecting with a place we love and trying to mildly annoy Rachel with this little bird challenge. Mission accomplished.
Now back to Kaohsiung, up and over Dongliao Mountain, and we're gonna drop the scooters off.
It's like a glove.
It's like a glove, that's right. Huge moment. Just was driving by and got Taiwan blue magpies.
Like literally one of the most common birds in Taiwan.
Yeah, see. It's cold, but okay, and that's it for today.
Oh my god, didn't it say